Hello, my name is Mars, and today I will be playing Stray Gods, the role playing musical. This is a choice based narrative RPG based on Greek mythology, and it is also a musical. And fun fact about me, I love musical theater. I grew up on Broadway soundtracks. That was the music I listened to as a kid. So, as a mix of a theater kid and a gamer, this game is basically made for someone like me. I played the demo during Next Fest, which is why you can see there's a continue. I will be starting from the beginning though. It showed off a handful of musical numbers that were all very good, and I've also looked into the voice cast a lot, which I find pretty impressive and also kind of fascinating. They've got big names from video game voiceover, including Joel, Ellie, and Abby from the Last of Us games, as well as Anthony Rapp, who's a huge name in Broadway. Most intriguingly to me, there are a few names I recognize primarily from television, including Kimberly Brooks and Rahul Kohli, and I guess when those parts come up, I'll talk about them a little bit more. I don't want to make this intro go on too long, so I guess I will just start a new game. Alright, and I think... Yes, I think they want us to, in order to keep the game from erasing our first save, they want us to overwrite our demo save, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so this should be starting from the very beginning. Yes. Act 1.
4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up. Well, they showed up all right.
You know, I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
Okay. I know there are some timed options, but this doesn't seem to be one of them. Let's just say... Maybe we should try that. No. You're trying to make me feel better.
I see what you're doing, Freddie. You're just trying to make me feel better.
How about making us feel better? We sat through this too.
I'm so sorry you all had such a rough time. Freddie has a bad idea. What else is new? Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
Alright, so... there's a heart next to this one. There are romance options in this game. I think I know who all of them are, and I think I already know who I want to go with, and unfortunately, it's not you, Freddie. But, so, this one is out of the question right now. I know you meant well.
I appreciate the effort, Freddie, I really do, but...
But it didn't work all that well, huh?
It's just a sobering dose of reality, you know? What if it never gets easier? What if I never figure this out?
You will, Grace. You're too hard on yourself.
Music is your life, Freddie. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home.
Where's the journal? Can I see that in, like, journal? Yeah. Freddy. Okay. This wasn't in the demo. Let's take a look at the journal entry before we get into our first song. Freddy, I only call her Farishta when I'm visiting her house. Her mom always makes these deep-fried honey snacks I love. Has been my best friend since probably forever. We used to make up rhymes while we skipped rope. It's been that long. We've come a long way from those days. Edge of Elysium is her band, and inviting me in was her idea. I was keen on joining since I haven't seen Freddie much since I left school, but it's kind of rough going. I can sing, sure, and when we get a gig, it feels good being up there on stage. But is this really my thing? I don't know. Yeah. Freddie seems cool, but I have my eye on a romance option already, so I won't spoil it who it is yet until they show up. But okay, back.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
Thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I love Calliope's design so much. She's so cute. Tell her the truth. Everyone else is gone.
I'm afraid it's just me, Calliope. The rest of the band already left, so...
Well, I don't mind if you don't.
All right. Well...
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through? Like a boat lost at sea, though I'm about to with no sails, you still have your life ahead. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All things that lose their way can find it again
Alright, so now we get to choose our trait. Alright, our three choices are charming, kick-ass, and clever. I definitely chose clever in the demo, but I think I want to do something different. But let's look at the descriptions. Sometimes you need to think your way over a problem, right? This Grace is secure, smarter, and witty. Kick-ass, in your face. This Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless and aggressive when it's called for. Charming, this is Grace with soul and charisma. She likes to do the right thing and everyone likes her more for it. I like that. I'm tempted to do kick-ass a little bit. Those kinds of characters are always fun to play, but let's try a character who is not only charming but very kind. I like that.
Maybe if I leaned upon my friends, raise the alarm, I'll call for them. Do I have the heart to trust they'll keep me safe from harm?
Wow. What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
Oh, that one is, blacked out because I'm not clever. Have we met before? Can I ask what's wrong? Let's ask what's wrong.
Well, I know why I feel that way, but what's your story?
I'm reaping what I've sown, I think. This has been a very long time coming.
Ouch. Sounds harsh.
May I ask you why you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
I've been honest so far, so I'll be honest.
It would sound stupid.
Try me.
Well, I left school because I didn't feel like I belonged there, but I still haven't found my place. What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Shouldn't I have figured this out by now?
Aw.
Those are good questions to ask. I should go.
About the audition. I'm sure everyone will agree you're in, if you want to be, that is.
I hope to see you again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
Right. See you then.
Alright, before we do anything else, I want to raise the volume a little bit. Oh! It didn't keep my settings. Okay. Okay, I guess this is as loud as it can get. Which is fine. Alright. It also changed my settings back from small subtitles to large. I would prefer them to be large. Okay. Alright. I'm a little worried about the song audio being too quiet, but I won't know until I've finished recording and watched it back, if that's a problem. There's them graduating. Very cute. I like their stickers.
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be... What the... Calliope?
I didn't know where else. I'm so sorry, Grace.
I'll get help.
Oh, God. You're hurt. I'll get help.
No. No, you have to wait. You can't go.
I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey! Calliope!
Alright. Let's pause that moment to look at the journal. Okay, this is actually going to be spoilers. I took a glance at it and I knew it was going to be spoilers, so
Please? Please, come on.
I won't read that yet. We'll set aside a time later to look at the journal entries.
What is that?
Ooh. It's making the lights flicker. Yeah, so on top of everything else, this is a murder mystery game. This is my perfect video game.
Oh, I can wait. Take your time.
Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
We need help.
I think she's dead. We need help. You need to call someone.
Well, I'm someone. I got called. Happens every time one of us dies, you know? She really is dead, huh? Man. So, the course is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
Can't do that. Can I? Can't choose it. Okay, what is happening?
I don't understand. None of this makes any sense. She's dead, and I don't...
Look, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? You with me so far? Cool.
What's
Let's
that
go.
face? Alright. Journal entry? Alright, let's look at Calliope. Yeah. Because we know she's a muse now. We can read this. I know Calliope was one of the muses. Is that the same as being a god? But that's really about it. I don't know where she lived, what she got up to, or who her enemies were. I have so many questions. For one, what was she doing when she found me at the gymnasium? Was she just passing by, or did she plan that? How did she know where I lived? I keep thinking about what Calliope said to me before she died. She seemed so sad. Did she know this was going to happen? Most of all, why did she pick me? And Hermes. Hermes is the idol who came to collect me at the apartment when Calliope died. I didn't know their name at the time, of course. Athena only mentioned who they were afterwards. I guess they're the god of doorways, maybe? They're the messenger god. Haven't you ever seen the best SNL sketch of all time? I could send them a message. I wonder if they can go anywhere with that power, into bank vaults on top of a mountain across the world? Pretty wild to think about. Could Hermes have been involved in Calliope's death? They seem surprised, if not really broken up about it. Not that Hermes strikes me as someone who does much deep thinking. They seem more like a kid, although I guess looks can be deceiving. Why did they have to come when Calliope died? And they did it right away, too. Kind of suspicious, if you ask me. Okay, so one thing I noticed about Hermes when I was playing the demo is that their design looks an awful lot like Hermes' design in Hades. You know, same, similar facial features, same colors, same, actually, they don't have a caduceus on them, do they? I don't know. But, my only worry with this game is that by being about Greek mythology when another wildly popular game about Greek mythology was released a few years ago, is that it's trying to put itself in competition with Hades, being like, our character designs are better or something, or our interpretation is better. Like, I would love to just have two different games about Greek mythology that I can just love them both and love their interpretations of these figures equally, but I don't know. I hope there's not any like passive aggression in these character designs. Like, I hope it's homage, not competition. All right. Back to the game.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain. Don't touch anything. Okay?
Wait, come back! Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
Look at that cute little owl. As if on cue. Oh.
Our beloved sister, the last of the Muses, has passed on. To you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
Yes?
My, you have had quite the day, haven't you?
Calliope is really dead?
So Calliope is really dead. Even if she's a
God?
yeah, a god.
Yes, we call it passing on, but yes, sadly it happens even to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion as always. The wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of love.
Aww.
And the one glaring at you is Persephone, once queen of the underworld. Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
I think the question mark means that I can ask all of these, like... Okay, so I just need to choose which one I want to ask first. Yeah. I loved Aphrodite's little smile at us. That was so cute. And I really like how the gods are called idols here. Really fits in with the rock star theming. Very cool. Alright. Wait, gods are real?
But gods aren't real. They can't be. They're just...
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all-powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or...
Don't pay much attention to those old tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
And you live here?
Right, and you live here. Not in some city in Europe or
On top of a mountain? Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now, fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace. We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television! I do what I must.
That sounded like she was, as the goddess of wisdom and knowledge, she was lamenting television's existence. That's funny. Alright. I mean, I feel like Grace has no reason not to believe this, so I'm just gonna... She's gonna roll with it. She's not gonna ask this dumb question. You said I'm a god now.
You said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
The reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper. Never mind a possible murderer. I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
What? But that isn't fair. Oh, it's finally giving me an option I can choose. That's trait specific. It isn't fair.
You want me to die? But that isn't fair.
I know, but consider it from our point of view. A dear sister, someone who traveled with us through the ages, gone.
But I didn't do it. Aren't you supposed to be the goddess of wisdom? Can't you see this isn't right?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
But it isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
We should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done, for Calliope's sake.
But... this isn't justice!
Oh, they're gonna sing now.
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse. No recourse to be arranged.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that
You must
shield
know.
us.
I didn't do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now that the muse is gone, I'm afraid you'll have to see. The chorus is in accord. Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
He's right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her?
And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her eidolon?
Then we need to find out. Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
We need to find the truth, let me prove myself, or I want a trial. Let's say we want a trial. Oh my god. Can I just say, though, I love how these musical numbers are staged like a real stage production. Like, you feel like they're in a confined space, three walls, um, no meager sets, just a spotlight on them. It feels very much like it's incorporated more from Broadway than necessarily a movie musical. And, as someone who loves stage theater, oh, that's great. Okay. I want a trial.
Don't I get a trial? A fair hearing, something? Or is that not what idols do?
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. Fine.
And there we have it.
What just happened? So I live. How do I prove my innocence? You don't live. There's a trial. Like, it'll be decided for you. How do you prove it?
I'm gonna get some help with this, right? Some direction?
You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, oh, our original verdict stands.
This is so unreal. Will do, or how do I find the killer? I mean, do we want to sound confident, or we need guidance? How do I find them?
Can someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were gonna say that. How did I know you were gonna say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules. Do not reveal our existence to the mortal world. This includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer, if they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Yay, we get a cookie. Ooh, alright. Oh, okay, so we get a screen here. And what was updated in the journal? A whole lot. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so this seems like it's from the perspective of Grace immediately after she met them. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and I can believe it. She has that sparkle when you look at her, like she's one of those old-timey movie stars, all glamour and presence. I bet if she walks into a room, everyone stops what they're doing and stare at her. Why she's part of the chorus, I have no idea. She seemed kind of quiet and sad, like she's busy writing some teary ballad in her head and not really listening to what's going on around her. If Aphrodite is behind Calliope's death, then she hides it super well. Maybe you just naturally learned how to be a great actress after 1,000 years or so. How would I know? Apollo. I don't know much about this Apollo. He's the only guy in the chorus, but he didn't say much of anything until he kind of defended me, I guess. At least he disagreed with the "you need to die" verdict. I guess I owe him one. If I actually owed anyone for giving me an extra week before they kill me, not so sure about that. Athena introduced Apollo as the god of prophecy, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. Don't prophets wear long robes and speak in big booming voices? In big booming voices, not big booming voices. What am I saying? This one looks less like a god and more like a surfer who crashed on the beach after a party and still hasn't found all his clothes. Could he have killed Calliope? I can't take anything for granted when it comes to these people. Alright, and this one is Apollo is voiced by Troy Baker, Joel from The Last of Us, who I personally know better as a bit part in Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward as the unmasked voice of Kyle Climb, aka my favorite character. Um, I believe Calliope is the voice actress for Ellie. And I know that Abby from The Last of Us Part 2 is in this as well, but I don't remember who she plays. Alright, Athena. Oh boy. Athena is supposed to be the goddess of wisdom, but how does that work? Is it a power of hers? Does she just know things? She's supposed to be really powerful, but how exactly? Mostly she just seemed like my mom, or anyone's mom. Maybe that's what she is to the idols. The mom who looks after them and keeps them going. She was all smiles and was even super sweet when she told me I had to die, like it would be no big deal. That makes her a scary mom, like the kind that demands to speak to the manager when things don't go her way, because things always go her way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's the cool mom. Or maybe she'll keep smiling while she smothers me with a pillow because she's thousands of years old and I'm basically nothing in comparison. And maybe she killed Calliope and that makes me an annoyance because that means her murder didn't quite take. But then, why give me the chance to prove myself? If she really wanted me dead, couldn't she have just said, nope, no vote, let's nip this in the bud? Athena really seems like the type who'd do that, right? Idols are so confusing. I'm a little confused as to why we're immediately suspecting the people in the chorus as the murderer. Like, I feel like I would be looking all around the idol sphere, or whatever you want to call it, for murderers and not just honing in on these four immediately. What did Athena say about Persephone? She's the queen of the underworld? I had to look it up, but that's basically the idol version of hell. Does that mean it's a real place? Like, you die and you go to the underworld? Or maybe that only happens to idols. Mind you, Athena didn't exactly say Persephone was the queen of the underworld, did she? She said once the queen of the underworld, so she isn't any longer. And she's also the only idol that Athena didn't say was the god of something or other. I'm willing to bet there's a whole story about that. Whatever it is, it's pretty clear that Persephone hates me, and not just because she thinks I'm a murderer. Because don't they all think that? It feels personal. Those sharp eyes of hers want to gut me and hang me on a clothesline, so I better watch my back. Right. Let's head back to the apartment. Is there going to be like, oh, you get to choose where to go kind of thing? Hey, Freddy, did you notice the dead body in our apartment?
Grace?
Apparently not.
Grace?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you. Wait, did something happen to you?
Yeah, this is exactly what I asked. You didn't find a body? The council, the chorus, I should say. The chorus did say don't reveal this to mortals, but I know from the demo that Freddy is gonna find out, so I'm just gonna tell her, you didn't find a body?
When you got home, there wasn't a body here? No blood or anything?
A body? What do you mean, like a dead body?
Yeah. A woman named Calliope. She showed up and she was...
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone? I was calling and calling. Oh. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you can say it's none of your business, Freddy.
There he is. I mean, Freddy is very nonchalant about us saying that we found a body. Like, she doesn't care. I should warn you? About
Freddy?
what?
You might not want to turn around.
Why? Did your hookup return? Did they bring flowers? Are they preparing to serenade you?
Hi there.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he have horns?
It's Pan. Alright. I want to romance Pan, and I'm gonna say, for one reason, and one reason only. Well, two reasons. One, I really liked his song in the demo. It was stuck in my head. It has been stuck in my head ever since I played it. And two, I was a Percy Jackson kid. My favorite character was always Grover, the satyr, because I'm a weirdo who always likes the weird secondary sidekick characters instead of the hero. And I wouldn't say I had a crush on Grover, but you know, that's kind of a loose end from my childhood that I feel needs to be tied up here now. So this is for you, Grover. I have something to confess.
So, a lot's happened since I saw you last, Freddy. Like, a lot.
You don't say.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns because I allow you to see the horns. That's crazy, right? As for who I am, I've been known most often as Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan, of the Greek gods, Pan, right? What are you, some kind of cosplayer?
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you, I am the real article. I've come to offer our newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
Were you sent here?
Did Athena send you? She didn't say anything. I kind of assumed.
That you're on your own? Yes, you'd think she'd do a better job of explaining the rules, wouldn't you? But no, I'm here of my own volition. Purely out of the kindness of my immortal heart. I assure you.
Immortal? Wait, who's immortal? I'm sorry, I'm lost here.
What's his fault? Can we talk in front of Freddy? I feel like he's here to help. I feel like Athena sent him. That's kind of what he was implying, so... I'm not gonna yell at him. Can we talk in front of Freddy?
So we can just talk about this. In front of Freddy.
Haven't you? Darling. And here I drop my glamour and everything.
It's just... I was told we're not supposed to. Talk about it, that is.
Talk about what? Grace, tell me.
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted, can't she?
Why do you think that?
Why do I have the feeling that I'm gonna regret not leaving with Brian and Kaz?
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Okay, Freddy. Have a seat. Let's talk.
Huh.
That's it?
Huh? I guess. Do you believe in this, Grace?
I had proof. She saw it with her own eyes.
Sure, but I had proof. I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later. The important thing is that I am here to support my best friend.
No. I'm sorry to get you involved.
I'm really sorry to drag you into all this.
What? Are you kidding? I would be majorly pissed if you hadn't.
Really?
Grace, mythology is my jam. If anyone's gonna get turned into stone, it should be me. Well, let's go find that killer, okay?
Such darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye, it truly does.
Speaking of killers.
Whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who was set adrift most cruelly.
How did you know about me? Let's ask him questions first.
How did you know where to find me? Or know about me at all? You said Athena didn't send you.
Oh.
A little bird told me, if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the idols, news travels swiftly. We are a tiny village of godly busybodies. I heard of your arrival, and I know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
What's in it for you?
So you're here purely for my sake, then? Like a charity case?
My dear sweet girl, as far as you're concerned, I am the god of charity cases.
But you're not, are you? Pan was the god of lust and mischief. Doesn't sound too charitable to me.
Ah, yes. The old tales of the gods. Such antics, such fantasy. Pay them no mind.
I mean, yeah. But Freddy, your knowledge of mythology is based on like old books that clearly do not reflect the truth of this world. So, like, I'm not doubting that he has ulterior motives, but like, when has the fact that a romance option in a video game doesn't have my best interests in mind ever stopped me from going for them anyway? How do I know you're not the killer?
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
Come to mislead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor, poor Pan! To be eternally maligned and mistrusted. Alas, and alas, and alas. I doubt there's a line of idols waiting to offer you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
What's in it for you?
I still don't trust you. Nobody does anything for free.
Now. Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
So tell me your advice.
Okay, I'll bite. What's your advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers?
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
The chorus started singing. Yeah, I think that we were responsible for that because our eyes glowed before it happened.
When I was talking to Athena and the others, they all started singing. Does that mean that was me?
Let me guess. Music swelled as if from nowhere. Lips quivered, souls were laid bare.
Yeah, I guess.
And yeah, that was you.
Okay, but how does that help me find Calliope's murderer?
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding. Now then, close your eyes.
Another song.
You hear that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel
powerful.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand.
Ooh.
I'm the guy who can help you. All that you hear is at your command.
Wait.
No, it's okay, Freddy. This is all me? What do I do?
I love that.
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's wasting.
Try to roll with it.
How the hell did you find me? This is the weirdest night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad?
Am I doing it now?
Brilliant.
I don't
Lost
follow.
little girl.
Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on?
Song. Morning fades and the day wastes away. Grace, you can't wait. Grace, don't delay. I know where you belong. Grace, the song. Grace, I can show you the way. Time to play.
much is clear. What is this creep concealing? How does he know you and why is he here? Can we all loosen up now? Remember, this madness is happening to me. This music makes sense to me somehow, but pulling me round is not what I need. Grace, have you gone delirious? Stranger danger could not be more serious. You've been hurt before by mysterious men. I won't let you get hurt again.
Morning's gone and the day wastes away.
Grace, this is our place. Is he gonna stay? Freddy, I don't think I have any choice.
Where you belong, Grace, the song, Grace.
But can you show me the way?
Yes.
Time to play. So, what do I do?
Whatever you wish, the power is yours.
It's okay, Freddy. I think I got this.
I never knew I had that in me.
Who's making this happen? This isn't a game.
You don't understand.
This has all gotten out of hand.
Nothing for Grace will ever be the same. Morning fades and we all waste away. Yesterday that may have been true.
I won't let him take you.
Now you're an idol and you're where you belong. Grace, the song, and it's undeniable the difference in you.
That doesn't mean I know what to do. Morning fades, then we all pull the shades. But I'm afraid, and I think you are too. Freddy, nobody knows me like you. If you leave now, I'll follow you somehow.
This Freddy's a friend you can use, but it isn't playtime. Now you're a muse. Time to choose.
I'm sorry, Freddy. If you're forcing me to choose, well, I guess I've gotta go with Pan.
You're kidding me. Can't you see what he is, Grace?
I need him, Freddy. He can help me.
As opposed to me, who's of no help whatsoever.
That, my dear, is the power of a muse. To draw out the truth from within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
This is perfect.
I'll make them sing a song of confession.
Exactly so.
But only if they did it, right? I draw out the truth, not make them lie or do something they wouldn't.
Oh, you will be a natural at this, I can tell. A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
You find this helpful, Grace? He oozes. Ugh.
Grace is not wrong, dear lady. I am the most benevolent of benefactors. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide. An address in the city where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
All right. Thank you.
Her address? Thank you, that's perfect. Thank you.
Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
Well, I guess that'll help you. It's weird to think of a god with a home address.
You're not coming along?
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
I need your help,
Or
Pam.
maybe what I need is the help of a fellow idol.
I don't do backup. I do martinis.
I need to find Kaz and Brian. Just tell them you're okay. If, not the other stuff.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
Alright. Did that save? We should look at the journal. Alright. I'm back the morning after going through the ringer, having just discovered I'm some kind of ancient muse, and guess who shows up at the apartment out of the blue? This idol's name is Pan, half goat and half sex on wheels. Or at least he seems to think so. Pan's one slick customer, but at least he showed me how to use my powers. Athena and the chorus didn't do that, did they? Sure, Pan wanted a favor back in turn for cluing me in, but it's worth it. Without him, after all, I'd still be in my apartment googling Muse. Alright. I didn't see the save icon. So I'll probably end the game next time I see it. But yeah. Yeah, there it is. Alright.
Oh, it's open.
Okay. Alright. Nope.
That's not a good sign.
Main menu. Yes. Alright. Okay, so that was kind of a long first episode. I might decide to split it halfway. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I know objectively I should not be trusting Pan, but you know, there is a piece of my childhood that is pulling me towards him. And honestly, I believe the 4 romance options are Freddy, Apollo, Persephone, and Pan, and he's just the most interesting to me visually, you know? So, yeah. That's who I'm going with. It should at least prove to be an interesting path, even if it's not necessarily the right one. So, yeah, I'll be back with more. I'm very excited to see more of it. The audio seems a little quiet in my headphones, so I don't know how this video will actually come out audio-wise, but we'll see, and I'll adjust accordingly if there's a problem. Alright, I have been Mars, and I'll be back with more Stray Gods.